Hey everybody, it's Eric here with Spartan AutoWorks. Today we're going to make a quick video talking about connectors and terminals, how to properly crimp them and insert them into your connector. Had a special request, so some of the things on especially GM trucks like fuel system control modules, PCM connectors on the older stuff, Gen 3 stuff, or the GMT 800 stuff, airbag modules and some other stuff are prone to corrosion, are with the fuel system control modules or trailer brake modules, either corrode away or I've seen them actually rip the connector completely off the truck when something hits it. So had a request recently on somebody has to replace the connector and the terminals and want to know how to properly do it. So we're going to make a very quick video, kind of going to touch on a couple things just so you can get a visualization on how to do it and a couple little tricks you can do if you're not really good with crimping or don't have the proper tools. So let's get started. Okay, first let's talk about the different types of tooling that is available and that you can use or what's readily available. So the most readily available tool is going to be a tool like this. It's kind of got a few different sizes for different weather pack type terminals. There is a proper weather pack tool or a proper tool for every type of terminal connector there is out there, and usually each manufacturer will make their own tool. But you can get by with something like this. This will work just fine. The one behind it is made by Macco Tools. It's got interchangeable heads, obviously, for different type of barrel connectors. A little more expensive. It does ratchet, so it's a nice firm, firm crimp, or it's going to be a firm crimp. But is it necessary? Absolutely not. This tool here, you can find in most tool trucks, or especially stores or hardware stores or auto parts stores should have something similar to this, but it is available. You may have to do a little digging, but a tool like this, it definitely is available. You can definitely get it online, probably for like 20 bucks. You will need wire strippers or wire cutters, a couple different variations obviously. I kind of like these, the automatic specials. They work really well. So let's get some connectors and some wire and we'll give a demonstration. Okay, first demonstration here is going to be for a headlight bulb, I believe 9006 type bulb for like an 04 Yukon Denali. Real common to burn out. You can use a pigtail. I happen to like crimping these onto the actual factory harness and just make it part of the harness again versus butt connectors. Just kind of OCD. But anyway, we're going to demonstrate how to do this. So you're going to get your seal, cable seal. You'll put your cable seal on here. They slide on pretty easy. If you want, you can always use a little like dielectric grease or something like that, or spit, whatever works for you. You'll put it on there. And then we're going to come back. We're going to strip a little bit away. Hopefully that's in focus, hopefully you can see that. So then, once that's done, you'll slide the cable seal up. Then you're going to, I kind of give it a little twist here to kind of hold the braids of the copper together. You'll set this inside the terminal just like that. So if you look at the terminal, you'll see it's got two little wings on the back. That's for your cable seal. And then it's got two little wings in the middle. The wings in the middle are what's going to hold your actual wire, and the one in the back is for the cable seal. So what we'll do is we'll take that, we'll put it in there like that. I like to start with the actual crimp for the wire itself. So we're going to go with one of the smaller ones here. We'll put it in there like so. Now there is an orientation I'll show you here in just a second. So we crimped it once, crimped it twice. That was probably a little too small, but it's just fine. So when you're looking at the crimp itself, you'll see that it's got a beveled edge and then a folded edge. Obviously you're going to want to stick it in to where it folds the two sides down into the wire and grabs the wire. So that'll be your first crimp. Second one, depending on what you got, you can kind of close it up a little bit. This one here has this like a generic round one at the top. I like to put it in there like so. Give it a squeeze around the cable seal and you're good to go. Then when you insert it into your connector itself, it's only going to fit one way. So if you put it one way, it's not going to go for this particular connector. But if you put it the other way, there's going to be like little locking tabs that poke out on the inside, and you're probably not going to be able to see that in the video, but when you push it through, it's going to lock. Now, this particular pin that I grabbed here is actually incorrect. Let me grab the correct pin. Alright, so the correct pin would be this one here, and it has the little tab that's in the back right here. So this is an open back, and this is a closed back. So we won't demonstrate plugging that one into that one, but we'll do one more and give you a better idea for this particular style. So again, cable seal. If you use that open back, it's not going to stay in the actual connector itself. It's going to pull out. That's for the open back is for a style that actually has a secondary lock that locks it. So we got our crimp, and also too, if you want, you can actually make a little extra long here. It's not going to hurt anything. Let's see, make sure that's right. Oh, that's open back. Where's my other one here? Okay, so that's the one. You can make it a little extra long if you like, and you can kind of jam it in there, and it will be, the wire will actually go up behind the pin there. So this would be the correct one for this particular connector. So we'll crimp it, we'll check it, give it a little pull test. Nice and tight. Should have pushed that in first, but it's fine. So we push the weather pack seal in there, close it up, boom, and there it is. Now, like I said, when you're putting it in, it will fit. So it goes and it stops. This here, hopefully you can see this, it's kind of hard to do. Push it in, it clicks, and it's locked. Now there is a secondary lock that goes behind this one, or what they call a TPA lock, but you really want to make sure you have the correct terminal. Like this one here wouldn't work for that. You want to make sure you have the correct terminal for what you're using, and so it locks in the connector. Next I'm going to grab a T43 connector, and we'll just make a quick couple connections for that one. Be a little bit different because it won't have a cable seal on it, because we don't need it for what we're using it for. But let me grab that and be right back. Alright, so we're back. So we have a T43 connector. This is, I believe, our wiring harness for our BMW transmissions. I had to take this one apart and reconfigure it one day, and I didn't have the proper tools, so I kind of damaged the crimps when they were coming out, or the little lock tabs on the side. So if you look at the two, I know the camera is going to be hard to tell, but you'll have to believe me. If you look at the side right here, there's little wings. These wings are real long, those are real short. They fit, but they didn't fit tight. So when I hook up, and this is hanging off the bottom of a car, it's, you know, you gotta kind of hold them. So I want to fix this and make it right. Now normally, if you're doing this, you'd put a cable seal on there. They have little bitty cable seals for this guy. I believe they're white or green for these Costal. You can get them from anybody really, but I believe the Costal ones are white or green. There's a crimper for this, but like I said, again, we're going to use our generic crimper here. So this one's pretty small, so we're going to look on here and get our smallest gauge right here. So it's probably going to be that front one right here. So with our copper wire in, put it in, we're going to go to the back here, right at the base of the terminal, crimp it, slide down, crimp the other one, come back. It's a little loose, so let's see. Let's try the second one. I think the second one's larger. No, that was it right there. Alright, so not really a big fan of that one. It's not really the right tool, but we're trying to make it kind of generic here. But it's crimped. And then we're going to take this, we're going to slide down to the round hole, and then kind of push these over just to make them flat. This went into hole 2 right here, so we're going to slide that in. Now there is a lock right here. We want to make sure the lock is unlocked for this particular connector, so it is unlocked. So then this yellow one is loose. Let's see if you can see that. And that is hole 11. So we're going to go ahead and redo that one while we're here. Cut it off. Bam. We're gonna put it in there like so, and you can put this a little bit long and it goes into the barrel itself. It's fine, it's not gonna hurt anything. Crimp it. Crimp. I want to make sure it stays kind of straight. We'll straighten it back up. So this is the wrong tool for this particular application, but it works. That's what we're demonstrating with. I'm at home, I don't have the right stuff here, but this is what's readily available. So kind of fold those over at the bottom. Now it's hole number 11. Stick that back into hole number 11, and you'll see that it's got the wings that hold it tight. So let's verify. Hole number 11. It's in hole number 11. We'll give a tug on the rest of these. That one's okay. That one's okay. And that one's okay. Oh, that one didn't stick. Okay, so it's in there now. So it's not going anywhere now. And then this lock is a secondary lock, and we'll lock it in. But it looks like now those are good. But that's how you would do something like that. It's pretty simple. Like I said, if you're going to do one of these, there is a tool that pushes it out. But we're missing a wire here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is? We have our 2 there. We have our 2 here. We're missing one here. Why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. Number 11 didn't actually seat all the way like I thought it did, but it's in there all the way now. So you gotta make sure you fully seat it. Here I'm trying to teach you guys, and I'm not doing a very good job teaching. But so anyway, that's a kind of a basic overview of the terminals. Like I said, they're gonna have some different ones per the connector that you're using. This is probably kind of similar construction wise to what you see for like a fuel system control module. Barrel connectors you're going to see especially on Gen 3, PCMs, TCM, stuff like that. Same with the Gen 4 stuff. The Gen 4 stuff is going to have some square head connectors, basically, or square head terminals. So just depending on what you're working on, you're going to have some different terminals. But we get a lot of people that call looking for terminals for fuel system control modules, which we stock. Also, we do stock ones for Allison 5-speeds because those are super common to have wiring problems, along with a connector. And every once in a while, you get somebody has corroded pins on a GMT 800 truck at the PCM. So we carry those as well. So if you need them, give us a call. But like I said, we had a special request. Somebody asked, I had never done this before. Tools. Like I said, this tool here, which is the reason I use it, is because this is readily available. I keep a couple of these around just at the house for just different things like this that would pop up. Not the right tool technically, but it will get the job done. Like I said, the Matco tool is a little bit more fancy, but not necessary. But like I said, this is readily available. Obviously, wire cutters are your just generic wire strippers. Will work for you. I like the automatic ones, but that's just me. But like I said, this will get you through, and this is readily available. So if you have any questions, comment below. But if you need to crimp a wire terminal on for repair, that is the basic overview of how you do it. I'm sure somebody can do a much better video. I am not a good teacher, but it's pretty simplistic. Kind of gives you a basic overview of what to do. Just make sure you got a good clean strip, and then a strong crimp. Make sure you give it a little pull tug test to make sure it's not going to slide out. And if it's one that's going to be exposed to weather, make sure it's got a weather or a cable seal on it to keep the water and moisture out. Like I said, if you need terminals or connectors, give us a call. We do stock many for different applications. And if you have something that we don't have, we can usually get it. But especially for the guy who requested this, there is the basic overview on how to do this. Hope it works for you. If you have any questions, comment below. Thanks. Have a great day.